Hello to everyone. You are all welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. That's my YouTube name. Please go to YouTube and subscribe to Time with Esther's Kitchen. Also, you follow me on Facebook and TikTok as Esther Fusu. This evening, we are going to prepare a very simple and delicious recipe: oil rice. Hello, sweetheart, Mon. Good evening. How are you? Islam, good evening. How are you? Very nice. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Today, I'm very late, so we're making a very simple recipe. Oil rice is very simple and delicious. I've added my oil to the pot. Hello, Islam. Please, how are you? Rahman, sorry, MD Rahman. Good evening, please. How are you? How are you? Good night, my dear friend. Good night, Islam. Good night. Thank you. We'll add my onions. Thank you for the love. Yummy. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Islam. Rasida. Good evening, please. How are you? Oh, Mon, good evening. We thank God for our lives today. We thank God for our lives today. Hello, sis. Good evening, please. How are you? Abdul. Good evening, please. How are you? How are you? Please, how are you? Please, how are you? It seems my oil is too much. I have to take some. I don't want too much oil in this my rice. Yes. Hello, MD Hossein. Good evening, please. How are you? Thank you very much for coming. We thank God for our live sweetheart, IH. Thank you very much, MD Hossein. Rehan, good evening, please. How are you? Good evening. I am fine, thank you. Please, how are you too? I am fine, thank you. Jana, good evening, please. How are you? Thank you very much for your compliment, MC Holson. MD Holson. Sorry. It's time for me to add my water. My water. Hassan, good evening. Good evening. Basha, good evening. Please, how are you? Hassan, good evening. How are you? I am fine, thank you. I am fine, thank you. Afroza, please, how are you? Good evening. It's time for me to add my salt. This is 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add a little because this is sea salt. I don't have to add much because a sea salt is going to melt, and after it's finished melting, I will taste and see if I have to add more. Daily life, good evening, please, how are you? How are you? Good evening, my dear brother. Good evening. It's very yummy. Thank you for your compliments. Thank you. Oh, you are watching The Delicious. Thank you. Thank you for watching The Delicious. Today I'm a bit late, but bear with me, okay? We will finish soon. MD Russell, good evening. Please, how are you? MD Hosen, love you too. Kiss, kiss, mwah, mwah. Hi, MD. Hi. Please, how are you? How are you? Hello, dear brother. Hello, sister. Hello, brother. Please, how are you? I am fine, thank you. I am fine. Please, how are you? Everyone, come to the live and watch the cooking. Thank you very much. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Mira, good evening. Please, how are you? MD, hosting again. Good evening. Good evening. Nice. Thank you for giving me flower. Mwah. Let me open and check how the food is cooking, yeah? Because I added sea salt, that's why I'm going to check again and see how the salt is. Lovely, thank you very much, sweetheart, thank you. The life is very beautiful for me. Oh, thank you, thank you. S. Hamudu Hassan, thank you very much. Thank you for your compliment. Let me take the salt from there. Come to. Good evening, please, how are you? Please, how are you? Good evening. kitchen is very neat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ahmed, good evening, please. How are you? Thank you very much. I really loved it. Thank you very much. Thank you, sweetheart. Let me check the rice. Yeah. Today, I'm not going to take much of your time, okay? Just bear with me. I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of water, then we'll add my foil. Richard, good evening, please. How are you? Thank you very much. Oh, just amazing look your kitchen. Thank you very much. Thank you. S. Hamudu, thank you very much. Miss Boss, good evening, please. How are you? MD Hossein, so sweet. Thank you. Looks delicious, don't worry. I'm going to give you some, okay, when I finish. I'm going to leave this for some minutes, then we'll open it and check if it's well cooked. Oh, you make very good recipe. Thank you. Mwah, thank you. Excellent. Thank you, sweetheart. I like the compliments, yeah? You just love this cooking. Thank you. This is very simple and very delicious. You can try it at home. Oil rice with hot pepper. Now, I'm going to blend my hot pepper with my grinding pot. I'm not using blender for this food. I'm using this grinding pot. As you can see, my pepper is inside. I'm going to grind it very well. Oh, really? You are in Dubai cooking same like that? Oh, wow, 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 wow. Wow, good. Gobinda, good evening, please. How are you? Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you for the likes, the love, your comments. I'm very grateful to each and every one. Everyone, come to life. Thank you very much. So good. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Popola, good evening, how are you? Dixon, good evening, how are you? Thank you very much for coming. Please, when you come, you like, you comment, okay? If possible, you can share it for me. MD Mushsen, good evening, please, how are you? You are welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. I have finished grinding my pepper and tomatoes together. Hello, Islam. Good evening, please, how are you? Manashi, good evening, please, how are you? How are you? MD Islam again, please, how are you? Good evening. Let me check my rice and see how this rice is cooking. As I said earlier, I'm not going to take much of your time, so just bear with me. Thank you for the love, MD Islam. Hello, Akuma. Good evening. Mepacho Huye. Tago. Good evening, please. How are you? You are new here. Oh, you are welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. Here, everyone is very active and supportive, okay? So you can follow everyone here. Everyone here is very active and supportive. Hello, hello, hello. Lutfa, good evening, please. How are you? Hi, dear. Good night. Are you going to sleep? Lema, I am fine, thank you. Please, how are you? How are you? Thank you very much for coming. Tago, good night, okay? Good night. Sonny, hello, good evening, please. How are you? It's time for us to prepare our eggs together. I said earlier, I'm not going to take much of your time. We're going to use one tuna for our eggs. So let's prepare the eggs together. Hold on. I am fine, thank you. Lema, I am fine, thank you. Today I'm a bit late, but never mind. We're going to do it. Sultana's recipe. Good evening, please. How are you? Time is night. Okay. Good night, sweetheart. Look at me. Okay. Sweetheart, if you are new here, you can follow everyone here. Everyone here is very active and supportive, okay? These are the ingredients that I'm going to use for my eggs. I got onions, tomatoes, green bell pepper, this is my green bell pepper. I always want to use some for my fried eggs. Yasmin, good evening. Please, how are you? I'm going to use 6 eggs. I'm using 6 eggs. 1, 2. Let's prepare the eggs together. This is my bowl for my eggs. As I said earlier, I'm using 6 eggs. I think 5 is okay. 5 is okay for now. I wanted to use 6, but this is my eggs. I have to add all my ingredients, tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. This is how it is now. I'm going to add salt. With the eggs, I'm going to use this salt instead. I'm not going to use the sea salt. We'll add some of my blended pepper. This is it. I've added some of my blended pepper. Obima, good evening. Please, how are you? You are welcome to Time with Esther's Kitchen. At this point, it's time for us to fry our eggs. The rice is well cooked now. Hello, Ahmed. Good evening. Please, how are you? The rice is well cooked now. I'm going to put the rice aside. Then we start with our eggs. I got a little bit of oil. I'm going to add in more oil. Ali, good evening. Please, how are you? Remember, I'm using sausage as well. So I will first put in my sausage. Thank you for the likes. Thank you very much. Ali, good evening. How are you? Ahmed, good evening. How are you? Now my sausage is well cooked now. I will take it from the oil. Yasin Ali, good evening. Please, how are you? This is my sausage. Saka, good evening. Please, how are you? Please, how are you? This is my eggs. I will mix everything together. Remember, I'm going to add 1 tuna to this eggs. Hello, Saka. Good evening. Good night. Good night. This is my tuna. I'm going to add it to my eggs. I've added my tuna. I'm going to stir everything together. I have to take some of my oil because I got oil in my tuna. So I got to take some of the oil from my pan. I am fine, thank you. Saka, please, how are you too? Ali, good evening. Please, how are you? Please, when you come, you like, you comment, okay? Please. Still, the oil is too much. It's time for me to add my eggs. I am fine, thank you. Taja, I am fine, thank you. No, sweetheart. I'm very busy, that's why, okay? Don't take it personal. I am cooking this eggs on a low heat because I want it to come out very, very. I got some of the oil in. I wish you were here to taste some of this delicious oil rice with fried eggs. Ria, good evening, please. How are you? How are you? You see how my eggs is cooking? Yummy. Thank you very much, Saka. Thank you very much. That's my rice. My rice here. Yes, I'm listening. I'm listening to you. Tego. I'm listening. Come on. Yasmin, good evening. Please, how are you? It's time for me to. Aww. I want this to come out well, and I don't want to give myself much work. All they say, if you don't want to give, if you want this to come out well, you can use the lid, yeah, and turn it. But I'm eating it, so I don't mind. So beautiful. Thank you very much for your compliments. However it will come. Aww. Delicious. Thank you very much, Saka. Salah, good evening. Please, how are you? Please, how are you? Tago, are you there? good. Thank you very much, Saka. Thank you for your compliment. Yeah, I'm listening. You said I should listen to you. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Egg omelette. Really? Yes. So I've divided this into 3. So I'm going to turn it into thanks. All right, sweethearts. Good night. Good night, Saka. Good night. Today I'm late. It's this one. I know I'm late. I know I am late. Thank you for giving me love. Love you too. Mwah, mwah. I'm going to turn it for the last time. Then okay, you also said to me, what did you say? Come again, please, sweetheart, come again. Kuma, good evening. Wow, yummy. Please, how are you? Yasmin, good evening. How are you? Thank you for the likes. Hello, sis. Let's go. Come on, let's go, Saka. Today I was also late, sweet sister. I was also late. I am fine, thank you, sweet sister. Please, how are you too? Yasmin, please, how are you too? So guys, this is the end of my sausage rice, oil rice with my eggs, and I got my hot pepper here. You see, this is my grated hot pepper. I'm using this for the food. The only place to get this is Time with Esther's Kitchen. I am already late for today. So have a wonderful evening and see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. So this is the end of our food. See you too. Please, as we are going, if you have not followed anyone here, do, because everyone here is very active and supportive. We are one family here, so please. And also, if the person follows you, follow the person back. Go to the person's page and be active on the person's page. Have a wonderful evening. God bless each and everyone. Good night to each and everyone. See you. Bye. Mwah. Bye. Oh no. Bye, sweetheart. Bye.